connect with people, to let them know that whether it's people connecting with Belinda, watching her videos, or it's somebody who would, and they comment, which is fine. Everybody has the right to an opinion on what they think of the video and how Belinda has conducted herself to the viewers. But not only that, the emails that we're getting, we got a couple of emails that are totally out of order, where people are saying, well, the spell would be effective and good if the sound in the video on the YouTube was actually good as well. And I'm defending back respectfully, saying without the sound on the video, it's got nothing to do with her ability to cast a spell. If somebody can't hear it so well, then you can look for other ways to enhance the sound in your computer. I know that there's a drop-in sound on her new camera. For the meantime, she's going to be using my phone, so there won't be any further problems. But the one thing we won't have is people demanding this or that, the light in the room, or where in particular she wants to cast, or telling her to, adjust the sound whenever they feel like they should, they're giving her rules and telling her to do this or that. After all, it's Belinda's channel. And second of all, she, for the goodness of her heart, gives free education on spellcasting. She answers as many questions as she possibly can for free. Now, the amount of spells that people are watching on her channel, my opinion is that the amount of education and knowledge that Belinda's given for free should be thrown into a course where people should be paying for that for a fee, because she's giving a lot of free information. So I could hear the sound perfectly on the channel yesterday with her recent marriage breakup curse video, and if anybody's unsatisfied with that, then it's too bad. I'm not going to be rude to anybody. I'm not going to say that they're wrong for saying what they want to say to her, but at the end of the day, if you can hear it and she's on live and she's giving valuable information, it's better than her not being online and there being no sound at all and her not being able to communicate with you and answer your questions. She is doing that. So I don't think Belinda needs defending. She's a tough woman. She's able to say what she wants to say. But I am going to tell people, as her husband, as that caster with her, that strength together, that people should be grateful for the fact that she's online and that she's been able to connect with people, answering the questions. Anybody tells me in an email that because there was no effective sound on her video, it could have been a good spell, that's ridiculous. It's a good spell anyway, and it will be an effective spell, just because the sound wasn't that good. So I'm defending people on that situation. People are actually talking to me live here, so I think it's an opportunity, Daniel, for you to connect with Belinda. I put the email down where if you want to reach out for that situation. Very brave of you to come out in the open and talk about that. Anybody going through an abusive situation, verbally, mentally, emotionally, sexually, physical violence, is totally wrong for anybody to do that. But yeah, please reach out. And I know that there's a lot of people happy to use Belinda for the work. At the end of the day, if no sound comes on this video, then we know we've got a problem spiritually, possibly. Maybe they're just blocking us to talk to you. I don't know. Belinda is amazing. Let me just see. I'm trying to find these messages. Her knowledge has been incredible, and we are so lucky to get this information. Her time and energy for free through these videos is a gift. It absolutely is. People could be completely and utterly charging each video on YouTube, and these days, you could, like a movie, say it's $3.99 if you want to watch the full movie. You click on it and you purchase. It could very well be like that with all of Belinda's videos, or the other witches who don't charge for their time, only for the spell work. But all the things that they're doing on YouTube is for free, off their own back. It is a lot of that time that they're using on YouTube could be used for family life or for spell work in itself, but they, like Belinda, works around all that, you know, and that's what makes her amazing, is she multitasks and she connects with whatever is important. And first of all, I know that our children and the family is more important than anything else before spiritual work. If you can't get that right with the family first at home, then there's no way that you can effectively be a good spellcaster. If you have family and you're neglecting them and you're putting spell work first, I think that's absolutely outrageous. I really do. Let me just answer some of these messages. Yeah, emailing her is a perfect thing. If anybody has a situation, hi DL, I know who you are. Good to see you online. How can you get your girlfriend back? Well, with your positive intention, using your ability. You know, if you don't believe enough in yourself that you will get her back and you're doubting the situation, then most definitely you're going to have a blockage there before we can even cast any type of spell work. So reaching out to Belinda is important. She will give the same amount of advice. If you are doubting it and you are not working the situation, it's not going to happen for you. And I'm going to tell you the truth, it's not going to happen. You need that positive intention, you need a good strength, you need somebody who truly believes that this is going to be before you even reach out to the caster. If you have problems in your head thinking, I'm not sure, I'm completely doubting, I really don't believe that it's going to work, then why are you reaching out in the first place? You have to believe in order to reach out to that person. So I'm going to end the video now and just say that those that are a huge support, who have even commented about the sound, I totally get what you want. You know, you want a perfectly good sounding type of thing. You know, there are other people that are abusing. So there's a difference in people who watch. Those that have commented on her recent video, it's not you that I'm talking to. I'm talking to those that have emailed and who are remaining anonymous, who think it's okay to boss Belinda around or boss me around and say that this needs to be done this way. You need to sort the lighting out there. You need to talk about this. And I'm thinking, you know, this is something that we will note down on a future video, but it's not going to be put into this video because we are ultimately deciding what we want to do. So I'm just putting it out there because I felt the need to say something, that Belinda does this for free. She gives free education on witchcraft and any spiritual questions that you may have, and her vast amount of knowledge is only because she has lived it in her own life, and she connects with what spirit are channeling the energy through her to do and say to help people. And the same with myself. You only talk about what you really have experienced, and spirit will combine that with your life experiences. So the philosophy and knowledge that spirit are giving me or Belinda connects with previous life past experience that I can relate to. That is why we talk about it so effectively and connect with it so well, because we understand that situation. We know what it's like to be abused. We know what it's like to be hurt by people. We know what it's like to feel disappointment. We know what it's like to, you know, think we can rely on people, but yet the last person that we thought would disappoint us and hurt us does. And that's where it's difficult to let go. If something's being negative around you, it's not serving a purpose. If you're being negative within, you've got to get rid, let it out, let it go. It's serving no purpose, let it go. Because it's going to hurt or affect people around you in that circle. And then before you can even sort it out, because you left it too long and neglected the situation, you start by losing people around you. So it's amazing how we talked about this, about just sound on a video, how it connects with other various things. And that is what's amazing about talking about spirituality as a whole, because it connects with everything. We are all connected, we are all one, we are all brothers and sisters of the spirit, and we are brothers and sisters of love and light and the darkness. You have to understand the darkness within, the demons within that are telling you to do this or or to say this or to act on this. And if we haven't made sense of our past, if we are totally unable to work out who we are at this present moment, or we're too scarred in your own time, don't be pushed to heal. Don't be pushed by other people to talk about it. You will in your own time. And the journey towards the light and understand the light is to understand the darkness from the past. We have to survive and break, pull through the storm, don't we? Before we can get to dry, calmer land and waters. So that's the best way I can describe it. But know it, that Belinda is truly, genuinely there for everyone. And it is important that the abusers, the negative ones, are just completely disregarded. It's over the head. We come back as strong people together, as one, not just in a witchy community, not just in a Wiccan or pagan community, but in a community as a whole for those that come from all types of religions and attracted myself and Belinda who have a question that they want answered or they want some guidance. We get hundreds of different people, Catholic, Christian, Buddhists, Hindu. We have Muslim people that come to us for help sometimes. And there are often times when people in that community may give myself and Belinda strength. It isn't about the religion, it's about just the person and the choice to come to us. They see past that belief system and just want to connect with us as people, and that's what's important. So I'm going to go because I'm waffling on about deep in-depth things, or maybe it's not so in-depth for you. Maybe all of you just feel that the energy is flowing and you understand what I'm saying. I do believe that I should probably get, well, this phone that I've got was Belinda's, so now she has a new upgraded phone. There seems to be a problem with the microphone, so I think it's right as a husband that I allow her to use my phone from now on, because if the sound is doing good and you can hear me and it's uploading correctly, we're going to get that flow of videos and you're going to hear Belinda clearly. So there's no hard feelings with anybody, and just know that the abusers out there who've been watching Belinda, it's a test for myself and Belinda to overcome that energy and say, you're not serving us well, you have no relevance here, but actually you do have a relevance, because the negative reminds us of how not to be. We have to remind ourselves, actually, that's not the right way to communicate with people or address people, or negative is just simply wrong anyway. But it exists for a reason, to help us make sense of ourselves, to help us to grow, to help us to know that we are a strength and we can survive from whatever is thrown at us. So I'm glad that I connected today, and I know that it's important that myself and Belinda continue this journey. And again, please go over to the Green Witch Medium. I'm going to be doing another video actually on religion, but it's not going to be an attack on anybody. It's actually trying to get into the point. I want to get to the point in the video that religion doesn't define a person. Politics doesn't define a person. Having riches and material things doesn't define a person. Defining a person is the person that chooses to be positive, make sense of that negative and the past problems that they've been through, and know who they are at this moment, know which direction they're heading, and be a good, loving soul to other people. And most importantly, before you can do that for another person, you be a good soul to yourself. You love yourself first before you can project that to anybody else. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's turned out to be much more than just Belinda's sound being a problem. I think it's connected to the truth of who we are, that we choose who we are in this world, and if we do something bad, the consequences are severe. We do something good for someone or for ourselves, we're going to reap the rewards, because the universe has that energy, shoots right up to the universe and it comes back down, the law of attraction, and we reap the rewards of the good things that we do. So many blessings, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. There's a lot of people saying thank you. And somebody's saying wisdom right there. Thank you, Michael and Belinda. Why are people complaining about the sound? The videos are still understandable. No, but emailing you guys to complain about the sound of the videos, well, it's really, really unbelievable that people could do that. They're giving us advice that Belinda's spell would be more effective if the sound was right on the video. Wait a minute. The sound being completely off makes it a successful spell. Just because people can't hear it effectively doesn't mean Belinda isn't working to the best of her ability to make that spell work. If YouTube wasn't around, we'd just be casting spells, but how will we communicate? We need to be thankful for the fact that YouTube exists, that this age of electronics and communication is here. You know, we can't connect as a community if we don't have that. So many blessings. I'm going to cut it now and know that we are there for you guys. If you have a situation, connect to us through email and show positivity to us and belief and intention that you know your spell is going to work before it is even cast. Know that the situation will be. You have to work the intention too and believe, or there's going to be a blockage.